Max Sterling, welcome to LarpMix. Once again, I'm here to speak to you of secret communications, clandestine operations, and generally how to send messages just without people knowing what you're really trying to say. Now, we've explored invisible ink, code, some other things over various videos, and there's still a lot more areas to cover. However, I wanted to present to you a very simple method for sending somewhat simple instructions. Now, in order for this to work in your LARP or game or, I don't know, escape room or whatever you're doing, people need to have an idea of what's happening. There need to be measures put in place ahead of time in order for this to work. It's not as simple as breaking a cipher. People actually have to already know what certain things mean. So, what I want to talk to you about is command seals, or basically sending a message at length, and literally at length. So there is a book, 6 Secret Teachings, and in this book it covers command seals, and it's something that I believe would work just fine at LARP, as it did thousands and thousands of years ago in battle. If you want to send a simple message to a person, you just have a system worked out ahead of time. So when I say to send a message at length, I am literally talking about sending a message at length. So you would need something to measure with. So in my case, I would use a ruler, but you can use anything to measure with. You could have a ring. I know that this one is 1 inch, this gem is a 1/2 inch. So if I wanted to measure something, 1 inch, 1/2 inch. For those of you in metric, I'm not sure what the conversion is, but you can do it in metric if you want to. In your game system, if you have your own system of measurement, wait, does my game have a system of measurement? Guess what? Make your LARP better. Make your own system of measurement for your LARP. You could do things in a foot, you could do things in a hand, you could do things in stones, whatever you want to do. Get your LARP its own measurement system. Take it to the next level. Anyways, I digress. Use something to measure the distance. So this way, rather than just saying a fingertip or something, I know this ring specifically is 1 inch, I know this gem is specifically 1/2 inch, I can measure with these if I need to. For me, luckily, the size shoe I wear is also 1 foot. So for me, pacing things off, measuring stuff is pretty easy. But sending the secret message, the other person has to understand what you're sending to them. So when I say send a message at length, message, thank you. So I receive a secret message. I open it up. Oh, hey, what do you know? A secret message. Now, on the message itself, it can quite literally say whatever it needs to say, whatever you want it to say. It could say absolutely nothing. It could even be a blank piece of paper. I would suggest putting a cipher, putting something in a different language, something that will be confusing to whoever finds it. You could even use it for misdirection. If you want this message to say attack at dawn, you could literally write on it, my lord, as per previous conversation, we attack at dusk. So now they get this, they capture the courier or whatever, they think you're attacking at dusk. Guess what? That's not what this is saying at all. It might not even say attack at dawn. It may say hold for a week while we send reinforcements. But when I say at length, what I'm talking about is the actual length of the message. So this particular piece of paper, if I hold it up to my ruler, it is 12 inches long. What I would have discussed before I sent this message and before I sent my people out to the field would have been, if you receive a message that is 12 inches long, it means attack at dawn. It means go north. It means wait for reinforcements. It means kill the prisoners. It means sack the city. But you would have to discuss this ahead of time, and obviously the person who is carrying out the order would have to remember what it means. Ideally, they would memorize this under pain of death, but I guess if they had to write it down, they could, but then that kind of spoils everything if everyone finds out. You could also do this very simply. If it's an even measurement, then you go left. If it's an odd measurement, you go right. Or if it's an even measurement, attack. If it's an odd measurement, retreat, something like that. But basically, the letter itself has nothing to do with anything. It's all in the length of the message. And the thing is, even if this is captured, even if someone is aware of your process, they will have no idea what that means. They can measure this and say, oh, it's an even number, or it's 11 inches, or it's 12 inches, but that means nothing to them. This is why you need to discuss this ahead of time with the people who are receiving the message. So, for this 12-inch message, okay, we are waiting for reinforcements. Now, if this message was, say, 10 inches, this means, do not wait for reinforcements. If it's 8 inches, it means surrender. If it's 6 inches, it means attack. If it's 4 inches, it means sack the city, or something like that. But you send the messages to length. Let me show you another example. Anyone have a secret message for me? Okay. Secret message. So this secret message is a lot smaller. This secret message is in fact 8 inches. So rather than my 12-inch message, I have an 8-inch message, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, approximately. So I have an 8-inch message. Like I said, this is where having a system of measurement comes in handy, because I could count these off to determine how long this actually is without having to have access to a ruler. So if I am incarcerated or incapacitated or something, I could still have a system of measurement to go off of this. If you want to do this, it also might be helpful to know how long something like the tip of your finger is, because if all else fails, you could measure it based off of that, or the length of your index finger or something. Always pays, even in real life, just to know like how long your index finger is, because if you need to measure something that is 3 or 4 inches, if your finger is 3 or 4 inches, you can mark it off. That's just a pro tip for life. Life hack. Anyways, I think you get the point. You're just going to cut the paper the length of what you want done. 12 inches means attack, 8 inches means retreat. I get that message that's 12 inches, I attack. I get this message that's 8 inches, I retreat, and that's all there is to it. I would have had this discussion with my commander, my king, whoever, ahead of time, so that I know when I get this in the field. Even though I look at this and this is actually a shopping list for the king's royal feast, or even if this says, under no circumstances are you to attack the city, we are currently in negotiations, we are possibly going to surrender. If anything, hold your position and make no hostile actions, when really 8 inches means attack them while they're asleep and burn the city to the ground. It's just a great way to send secret communication. Requires a little bit of forethought, requires some people to understand and remember some things, but you can send complex things if you want to. You can send very easy things if you want to. I personally think in a LARP setting, this would be very good for sending very easy communications. Like if you're going to be at camp in an hour, it's an odd number. If you're not coming to camp, it's an even number. And then you send that message to whoever and use that to your end. So whether you're in a secret society or whatever at your game, or even if you're just a commander on the field looking for your soldiers, if you're in a small group, you can send these secret messages and have nobody have any idea what you are talking about. If you're a game runner and you want people to be able to discover what these messages mean, you could drop them subtle hints or something. Maybe they find someone who has something that looks like it would be used to measure. You find someone, they have some sort of measuring device on them, and this letter sort of maybe together, unfortunately for them, they're sort of giving it away. However, as stated, unless they actually know what the message is supposed to say, even measuring it, they have really no idea. Might be able to lead them down a line of interrogation or something, but it's still going to be meaningless to them. You may say, well, that's not really helpful at a game or an escape room or something, because people are supposed to figure stuff out. Well, sometimes in games, you need to send communication that people aren't supposed to figure out. And that's the type of communication that I'm talking about. So just make sure whoever your commanders are, whoever the people who are receiving the message are, that they know what the measurements mean. So when you send them a message and they receive it, they're able to quickly understand what is actually supposed to occur by your command seal. So, I think it's clear enough. I don't think I need to explain it any further. If you do have any questions, please comment below. If this is something you have used in the past or you plan to use, I'd love to hear about it. I'm going to use it myself for a secret society or communications. This is also great for like assassin contracts and stuff like that in games. It's very simple, like it's a kill, do not kill type of thing. Like they have their target. If it's an even number, you kill. If it's an odd number, you don't kill, or payment received or payment not received or something like that. Very effective for those type of incredibly simple communications. And like I said, literally, you could just send a blank piece of paper. It can be misdirection, which is my favorite, or it can be literally just buy sheep's wool at the market. And really, this is an order to attack the castle. That simple. Hope you like this video. If you haven't heard of command skills, well, now you have. I hope it's something you can use in your game, whether it be tabletop, LARP, I don't know, film, whatever you do. I hope that it's helpful to you. If it is, please like. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm here making this great content that I hope that you enjoy. I obviously have a Patreon and a Ko-Fi just like everyone else. If you feel so inclined, any money that you provide goes straight into the channel, helps me buy better equipment, more props, things to review, and it's of course appreciated highly. And I would like to give a shout out to all my current patrons and anyone that has donated through Ko-Fi in the past. It's really appreciated. The links are below. If nothing else though, subscribe to the channel. Let all of your friends know that my LARP channel is still up and running, and I'm here making this great LARP content. Even though we're just coming out of a bad time, I know a lot of people are getting back to LARP, and I can't wait to get back myself and I get out there and make some more awesome videos. I am moving to another state. I'm going to try to have that not interfere with my videos that much. However, when I get to my new location, I'm looking forward to having more space and being able to really grow the channel and make some really awesome, more large-scale epic videos for you. So stay tuned for that. You don't want to miss it. Hit the bell, hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit all the stuff below. And of course, as always, adventure on.